Okay. I'm one of the instructors at Doulos, and we're called techies because we basically deliver technical information to engineers. And currently I teach, because of the background that I've had in my career, I currently teach System Verilog, UVM, System C, TLM 2.0, Embedded C, Embedded C++, uh, practical embedded Linux device drivers, developing with embedded Linux, and designing embedded systems with Yocto. That's part of the fun, actually, is going and talking to engineers about what it is that they're doing in their projects and sort of reminiscing at the same time. Maybe they're doing it at a micro level where we were doing it at board level before, but a lot of the the physics rules don't change, and a lot of the issues that one has with crosstalk and meeting FCC challenges and things like that all remain the same over time. So it's sort of fun to listen to everyone's comments and discussions. I think the thing that has dominated my career is curiosity. And I've gotten away with it to some extent anyway. Usually what I'm doing is I'm looking over at someone else's project thinking, that looks interesting. Or I'm looking at the project that we have and it's not getting done because we don't have an engineer that does a certain thing. And I look over at looking into that to get that part of it added and done. And so I've been able to learn a lot of things just happenstantially. And sometimes, as in the switch from hardware design to verification, sometimes it changed my direction of my career. So in a good way. Actually asking for help. So if you are struggling with material, you need to go to a tutor, and they do have a lot of capability and they are very interested in helping you succeed. So if you are missing some of that background material, don't hesitate to ask for help, especially from a remedial standpoint, because you have to have the basics in order to move on. Going into your first job, hopefully you did an internship, because you're allowed to make all sorts of mistakes when you do an internship. But the idea behind your first job is this going to be your opportunity to find out what you like or dislike in a management practice, what you like or dislike about the actual job. I was appalled when I first did my internship to find out that the great majority of the work as an engineer was paperwork, and I'm not too keen on paperwork. But I realized it was a means to end, so I went ahead and having done an internship in a company actually led to an easier time doing my interviews for my actual first out of school job. It makes a huge difference because you have material to draw on. So if you can get an internship, it's an opportunity for you to augment your ideas of what things to look for when you're doing your interviews, because it's important to end up in a company that's going to be supportive of you. Through my entire career, and I have to admit, I've been in and out of a lot more companies than most people have. Almost every single company that I've gone to, either there's already a women's engineering network that I could join, or I could get together with a few women engineers and we could create a network. And it's huge to have someone to talk to about what's going on for you, possibly having already encountered it themselves and being able to give you some advice about it, or possibly just nodding and saying, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. And oftentimes, if you find that there isn't one already in existence, you can usually find a VP that will sponsor. I actually have worked a lot with a lot of women from different countries. I've worked with women from Taiwan and mainland China, India, Turkey, and throughout Europe. And I think that women engineers bring such a diverse point of view to the subject that it's a shame when they're not listened to. But a lot of it's going to have to be confidence in yourself and recognition that you do have something to contribute. So don't forget that there's a reason why you went into engineering, and there's a reason why people hired you. Yeah, we talk about making decisions rationally, but oftentimes that's not how a lot of human beings operate. And so we bring that perspective to the picture, and women bring a lot to the subject of engineering and to the decision making and to the actual practicality of what's being decided. And so and also one of the other things that women do that is so much easier for us than men, because this is our culture, is to work as a team. We have different ways of looking at the world, and because we have those different ways of looking at the world, we have a lot to contribute. And the more different perspectives you bring to, especially a product like something where you're communicating, the better off the company will be, the better the product will be.